The following segment is sponsored by Eastern Title and Settlement and the Mortgage Link. The Fed took action yesterday in regards to real estate, but what kind of impact will it have on the market, and is it a good time to buy right now? So I am joined by David Lipsman, who is a licensed realtor and certified appraiser from Douglas Realty, Josh Green of Eastern Title and Settlement, along with Larry Ettman of the Mortgage Link, who's going to start us off with the deal of the day. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Larry,
Good
what you got
morning.
for us?
Good morning.
All right, today's deal of the day, we have it at 5.75 interest rate, a quarter points, 6.14 APR, 3% down payment purchase for first-time home buyers with a 30-year fixed mortgage, a 720 or higher credit score, and a $310,000 minimum purchase price.
So for our viewers at home, obviously we're seeing interest rates going up a little bit. For them, how is this a deal for them?
Well, it's a deal for them because it's still a good time to buy, and I mean it's the deal of the day. So we're going real low on this. And look, with what happened yesterday, the time to strike is now.
Right.
Before interest rates continue to climb.
Yeah, David, let's talk about this. The interest rates going up. What does the interest rate hike like this have an impact on the real estate market?
Well,
Usually.
it's intended to slow the real estate market down a little bit because we've seen such an aggressive escalation.
Right.
So in a sense, it could be and probably will be very healthy. The millennial workforce is strong, so there's still good buyers out there. And the most important thing is Americans have healthy mortgages. Interest rates are low for the homeowner. They've got equity in their home if they've owned their home for more than a year. So we really don't have an equation of a crash or a bubble. Things are pretty stable. So could see an increase, might be time to buy.
I feel like from a buyer's perspective, it's better because there was such the record prices. I mean,
Right.
Sellers, yes, are getting good deals on their homes, but then they got to go out and find something else. But I feel like it kind of evens it out a little bit, hopefully.
Absolutely. The buyers who are still out there, and there are plenty of them, they can afford what they're buying and they have less competition. So prices should settle down and buyers should be feeling good about that.
Josh, what has this time been like overall with the low prices and knowing that eventually they're going to go up?
Well, the thing is with the interest rates rising and the prices lowering a little bit or steadying out, people are still getting priced out. So, where people were at 4%, they could buy a $500,000 house. Now it's at 5.75, right? You're looking, maybe you could get a $300,000 house. So you've got a lot of buyers dropping out, but you don't have a lot of sellers wanting to go on the market. So the prices are holding steady, which is good for the market right now.
Right.
So we're not going to see a complete drastic drop like we did back in '08. I had a house, I owed like $400,000 and half the block walked out and it was worth $180.
Wow.
So,
So we're not have to be scared about that.
No, And the thing is, people are out there looking. So right now, if you are looking, just buy because the Fed's raising rates again. Rates are steadily going up. Where you're at 5.75 this month, next month they could go to 6.25, and you're not going to be able to get that house that you wanted. So,
and that was kind of the message you guys were always sending: get in, get in, get in. But you can still get in because it's really only going to go up from here. David, is this a busy time? I feel like with school getting out and people figuring out what's going on for next year, what's it looking like?
Things tend to slow a little bit after school gets out, but we do have some great summer activity until vacation time. Things do tend to slow down a little bit in August because everyone travels and whatnot. But my phone is ringing, everyone's phone is ringing. There's good homes out there to buy. And sellers too. If you're hesitating as a seller, you don't have a lot of competition out there. The inventory stays low. So it is a good time to sell as well.
Okay, so renting versus buying. Why is buying a home such a good investment?
Great question. I have 2 first-time home buyers under contract right now, and it's exciting to say that even at the higher mortgage rates, their housing payment is going down into ownership. So they've been renting at high prices, they got good jobs, they're qualified for a mortgage, and now they're getting a home with a mortgage less than what they're paying in rent, even with a mortgage rate of 5%. So it's always a good time to buy versus rent.
And with inflation, and rental prices are going to go up.
They're just only going to go up. They're not coming back
if you're
down.
paying, you're in D.C., Maryland, Virginia, you're paying $2,000 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment or 1-bedroom apartment.
Right.
You can go buy a house for that much. You know, it might not be your dream house, but just get in a house, get your starter house. You know, just pull that trigger. If you're a millennial living at home with your parents, just go. It's only 3%. You know, my dad, when I bought my house, was like, you need 20% down. And one of the things is you don't need 20%. It's 3%. So if you bought a $250,000 condo, it's only $7,500 to get your foot in the door.
And think about, you're going to be getting that back because this is an investment versus
and you
just
get
paying
the
the
tax
landlord
write-offs,
constantly.
and you get you know, of the property, and then you get the increase in value, because most people are buying in that price range, 310,000. You know, that's where they build their wealth. So start now.
And Larry, the importance of finding a team, obviously you guys have a great team going on here. Just real quick, what is the importance of, especially in a competitive market? Well,
in competitive market, it's more important than ever to have that team behind you, because you know the aggressive players who are winning contracts. If you're sitting back and you're not reaching out, you know, to both sides, to the seller's agent, you know, telling them about the strength of your buyer, you're going to lose out. They're just going to look at paper, shuffle it around, and you know, and pick the highest numbers. But it's really important these days to reach out and talk to everybody.
Right.
And it's also really important to use a local lender, you know, who's in the area, who can call the agent, let the agent know that you've been pre-approved, that it's not just a Rocket Mortgage or somebody who's just answering
doesn't
the
know
phone,
the area, doesn't know the
anything,
realtors. Yeah.
You know,
Who you work with matters.
I like that. I like that. Larry, David, Josh, thank you, gentlemen, so very much for being here. And the deal of the day, once again, on your screen, you got to take advantage of it, right, guys? Call now to take advantage of this amazing offer, 833-MTG-LINK, or visit the mtglink.com. And also be sure to follow the Real Estate Top